right? Your life is only so limited. So many years you're going to be there. Don't you want to be happy in those years? If you're not happy, then what's the use? And that's the question that I have to, I'm asking everybody, including myself, to reflect and introspect. If my focus is to enjoy my life, because happiness is your birthright. If you're not happy for whatever reason, do the course correction. And do the course correction faster. The faster you do it, happier you are. Right? Yes, prepare yourself. Right? Get ready for the war. It's a war of life. Get ready for the war. And I'm sure you will come out in flying colors. Yeah, now your second part, please.
So what
Okay.
he was clarifying was, how do we cope with the challenges like non-recognition or no importance given for a team member by the team manager? Okay, it's similar to sidelining a team member. And then he goes on to say this is can be likened to office politics, where you encourage the person who is from their region, but sidelining or ignoring a person from a different region. That is Deepak's query and the details.
No, absolutely. I think, Deepak, thanks for bringing out this particular, because this is so common. It is so common across companies, best run companies. Many a time you are actually very happy that you're not working for a company like that, where there is company is good, your job is good, but the dirty politics, interdepartmental rivalry, interpersonal squabbles, this power politics within the company can actually put a person down, right? And it doesn't help you focus on what you want to do, rather than it suppresses you. So what do you do? Number one, I would say, please believe in one thing. No one, believe me, no one can keep a good person down. No one can keep you down. Because you're good, people are watching. I know of cases, right? As consultant, we go across companies, we deal with all levels, the senior most levels as well. And then we have noticed one thing very, very clear. And that is, people tell me that, this guy says I don't want, etc., etc., or he puts in paper, or the head of the department comes, or the boss comes and says, take this guy out, I can never get along, I don't want him. And you'll be surprised. There are 2 or 3 other bosses ready to take him in their department. Why? Because your good work, your dexterity, your loyalty, your technical superiority, your attitude, your behaviors, your value systems, your virtues, right? The kind of effort that you put in is being observed by many, many people. Today, they may not interfere because you're in some other department, you're working somewhere, but they know that you're. Having said that, I will only put one thing forward. That is why, Deepak, as I said, good question, but I have a counter question. The counter question is, what had you done to fight that politics? What have you done to shield yourself, to protect yourself? That is why earlier we mentioned in one of the slides, networking is important, right? Whether you like it or not, don't expect somebody to uh, identify what you're good at. You tell the world what are you good at. You tell them, yeah, don't worry, sir, I am the dependable Deepak, right? You can always count on me. Keep telling that, right? Like that, just dependable Deepak is just one sentence. It could be many other talents that you have. In this area, you come to me, I will definitely would love to be of help and assistance to you. Let everybody in the organization, across departments know what Deepak is capable of, right? And so that is means you're also soft selling yourself. You need to do that. Your network need to know. See, that's why whether you like it or not, there is no family without politics. There is no organization without politics. It happens whether we like it or not. So then, if others are playing, politics either by language or by caste or by region or whatever, right? For whatever reason, petty people are always there, correct? Even sometimes you and me can become very petty in certain situations. But how do you deal? How do you counter that? So what is your method, right? And so if you don't know how to protect yourself, I would say start doing it from today. Because in fact, this is the same question, Deepak. I remember way back, today we are in 2020. I would say this is 1982, 83, sometime if my memory is correct. Right? I was working in Mumbai in a company called USV, US Vitamins, as a All India product manager. And I was new. I was just promoted from the field. I come from the sales field. I was a district sales manager. Got promoted as All India product manager. Came in. I moved from what do you call it, from sales to the product management, which is the marketing job. I know nothing. I'm just learning at that point of time. I saw a lot of politics, and it's as a field man, you had the freedom. You can come anytime, you can go anywhere, whatever, and you're not party to any office politics. When you're sitting in the office, there's all this, kid bits go on. It's gets on your nerves. So I went up to my boss. One day I had a occasion to. I found him all alone, and then we took a long walk near the airport, that time the Santa Cruz airport, those days there were no security restrictions and all. When you're walking, I told him, I said, his name was Ramakrishna. He's no more, he died of cancer within the 6 months of this conversation, incidentally. But I asked him, I said, sir, you brought me up here, you promoted me, thank you very much. But I come from the field and then I have a lot of problems in terms of office politics. What do I deal? I thought being my mentor, right, being a senior, right, at that time I was probably 24 years old and then he was 42 years old. The 2 and 4 gets reversed, yeah. I thought he will show sympathy on me and then probably tell me why, what happened, tell me. But actually, the unexpected happened. He told me, you're facing politics? Okay, learn to live with it. Learn the game. All right? Oh, that was the kind of a shocker for me. But today, when I reflect back, I realize how truthful he was actually telling me. I experienced the same thing when I joined the Taj Group of Hotels. I'm not a hotelier, but I'm a marketing guy because my next change of job from USV as a product manager, when I went in as a marketing manager for the Taj Group of Hotels. So when I joined and they trained me in Taj Mumbai for almost 10 months before I was posted to Bengaluru, right? So when I came here, the first thing I went and met, I remember that time there was my office was in West End Hotel, but then the Taj residency, now Taj Vivanta and MG Road was also a property. I went and met the general manager there. There was a gentleman, right, who was the GM that time. He asked me, Shri Saab, kya hal chal hai? Kaisa tha training, everything. So then he asked me, first thing he asked me is, so which group do you belong? I thought I was very smart. I said, if at all there is any group, I belong to a neutral group. I smiled. He told me one thing, right? And that was very interesting. He said, if you think you belong to a neutral group, Srinidhi, you will not survive in the Taj. You belong to either group A or group B. At least they will protect you. Oh, this was a second jolt for me. But I remember, I realize today as consultants, when we go across companies, across industries, across the world in several countries, best run companies, huge companies, to medium-sized company to small companies, tell me which company doesn't have politics. Because during training, coaching, all these things come out, right? It is a power game. I would say get ready. That is why all the more it is important to understand your strengths, because please understand something. I'm going to give you a very simple analogy. Life is like a game of cards. You shuffle the cards, you deal, correct? Now, if I'm holding my cards, I'm having strong cards, I'm also having weak cards. I have the kings and ace and queens and jacks. I also have the, the 2s and 3s and 6s and 7s. So then what is the game? The game is I must know when to let go my weak card and when do I play with my strong card. That is, life is exactly like that. It is like a game of cards. You must know what are your strong cards, what are your weak cards, which is your strengths and weaknesses. It is your powers and problems. So if you don't know, how will you play the game? That is why psychometric analysis, helps you understand, gives you an insight into your inner mind and helps you prepare, right, for the game of your life, right? I'm sure you'll benefit.
Are there any specific measures to protect oneself from this politics?
What I was just now telling you, the way to protect oneself is your strength, because you're so damn good, right? You're hitting century after century. Can anybody say, can anybody drop you from the cricket team? You are always a major contributor. Whatever may be the politics, people may not like your face, but you are a performer. So how will you be a performer? You will perform based on your strengths. That's simple. So, and why will you perform? Because your strengths. That is why I say work on your strengths, not on your problems. Work on your powers, not on your weaknesses. Correct? That's why we say strength building speeds up success. Weakness fixing prevents a problem.